What is up, everybody? I'm Ace. How are you guys doing today? I'm here today to talk to you about a new purchase I got that I've been really pleasantly surprised by. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Everybody said it was going to be awesome, you know? Everybody said this was a banger, but you know, I guess I just underestimated how good it was actually going to be. If you haven't seen this yet, if you don't know, this is Club de Nuit Sillage, or just Sillage, by Armaf. Now, Armaf is a clone house. They do clones of Creed Ventus, Creed Silver Mountain Water, which is what this is a clone of, Creed Millennium Imperial. They do some clones of some Tom Ford stuff too, but they're a clone house. They're a Middle Eastern company, and they're very well known for making good clones. I've tried Club de Nuit Intense, their Creed Ventus clone, their most popular fragrance, and I thought it was okay. It doesn't really smell identical to Creed Ventus, but it does kind of give that same vibe, and I see why people like it. But this one, though, the Silver Mountain Water clone, Sillage, first of all, let's check out this bottle. This is genuinely a gorgeous bottle. I mean, seriously, look at this. This is, and hopefully you can't see too much of my trash in the reflection there, but this is a gorgeous bottle, man. Like, really, especially next to the bottle for Millennium Imperial, which I'm going to grab real quick. You know that Millennium Imperial, they're clone of Millennium Imperial. Next to this guy, like, next to each other on the shelf, they just go so well together. And this is going to get its own review. Probably the next review I do is going to be this one here. But I'll talk about that one next time. Sillage by Armaf. This one is, like I said, a clone of Silver Mountain Water, and I'll go over what Silver Mountain Water is, because obviously they're going to smell pretty similar. Basically, Silver Mountain Water is a springtime and summertime banger. 10 out of 10 in a lot of people's opinion. Fantastic fragrance. It smells a little bit different than other, you know, generic spring and summertime freshies. It has some tea leaf in there, black currant, which comes across citrusy, which you would think, okay, citrusy, whatever. It's just going to be a typical freshie, but it really doesn't come across like that. It doesn't come across like a typical freshie. Water's in the name, but I wouldn't say that it necessarily comes across aquatic. It comes across uniquely sharp herbal fresh. Sharp herbal fresh is kind of the deal. There is a vibe that people talk about from the original, this inkiness, this inky vibe, which from the original I 100% get. From this one, that part's toned down, but just think for the original, that sharp, fresh, almost cooling effect, it's difficult to describe, actually. But it's an excellent fragrance. If you've ever smelled it, it really is a banger. The only downsides are potentially that it's, well, not beast mode. It's not a bad performer, but the original's not a beast mode fragrance. It's pretty good. You know, 8 hours longevity, decent performance overall. Nothing crazy, but it's good, and it smells really, really high quality because it's a Creed. This one, though, does tone down that inkiness a little bit, but like I wouldn't. If I hadn't smelled Creed Silver Mountain Water to begin with, I wouldn't really even say that there was inkiness in the Armaf. But because I have, like, I see that it's still there, and it does still smell like. I can't tell the difference, honestly. Like, I think you could spray them side by side, and I'm not sure I could tell which was which is shocking to me. Like, that's a next level of clone. Even some of my favorite clones, like Parfum's Vintage Sunset in Heaven, which is a Baccarat Rouge 540 clone. This is one of the best clones around. This is one of my favorite clones. But if you sprayed them next to each other, I could still tell you which is which, right? I could still tell, okay, this one's a little bit less sweet. This is the clone. And it's also a little bit more of that don't even know what that is. That synthetic. It's not even a synthetic smell, but that you know, that weird smell in Baccarat 540. There's more of it in the cologne. But I could tell them apart. I don't think I can tell these apart. This is maybe the most accurate cologne I've ever messed with. So since it's identical, really this review is like, okay, so how good of a fragrance is it, right? So as a clone, if you already know what Silver Mountain water smells like, and you like it, and you want a clone of it, yeah, buy it, bud. Just go ahead, buy it, and you can click off the video. If you either don't know what Silver Mountain water smells like, or you just haven't bought it yet, and you want to know, okay, how is this just as a fragrance? That's what I'm getting into now, just the review of this as a fragrance. And I gotta say, it's pretty awesome. Longevity, just like the original Creed, is a good 8 hours, 8 to 9 really, of longevity. Performance is moderate to slightly above, like average to slightly above average projection and longevity. I would say maybe a little bit better performance than the original, and maybe a little bit better scent than the original. But like, where can you use that? What can you do with it? Well, this is extremely versatile. This is more than classy enough to wear in a formal and a classy type environment. You know, if you're wearing a suit, anything like that, pull it off 100%. But it's not too overbearing, not too abrasive, anything like that. You can get away with it in the office. You can get away with it in a t-shirt. It doesn't smell too bougie to be, you know, smell out of place or anything. It's just a perfect fragrance. I mean, honestly. Now, yeah, there's just nothing bad I can say about it. It's citrusy enough. That tea leaf, especially on the clone, that tea leaf is is a huge part of what I get, and I love that smell. It's like a nice green, nice citrusy green tea vibe, and that is awesome. There's not a bad time to wear it. This is such an easy recommendation for me. Like, no matter who you are, no matter how new you are to this, if you haven't gotten anything, or if you have a huge collection already, if you don't have Silver Mountain water yet, buy this. Just straight up. If you haven't bought Silver Mountain water, just get this. You can get it for under $50. I will say in the future, yes, that price will go down. It will be in the $30 range. Like, you can get this, and like you can get Club Dynamic Intense. So yeah, you could wait a few months and wait till it's $30. But honestly, this is worth retail. This is worth retail price, whatever you can get it for. Like, I got it for, I think, $45 plus a few dollars for shipping. I feel like that was a steal. Like, I feel like I got a Creed. I feel like they emptied out the stuff and filled it up with Creed juice. Like, I'm so confused by this. It's too good. Like, is my nose broken? I don't know. This is too good. And the sprayer is decent quality. Nothing crazy. It's not, you know, it's not a Dior, but it's a solid sprayer. For some reason, the sprayer on this bottle, the Melsim Imperial clone, is not quite as good. But the sprayer on this one is awesome. So, or at least pretty good. So, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, even mixed together in the air, they're just great. Yeah, I have nothing to say in this review because it's too good, man. Like, I even like the presentation, and that's one of the weird things on a lot of clone fragrances, that the presentation's kind of off. Presentation's great, and get it. That's it. Get it. 4 or 5 sprays. I wouldn't go much more than that, and moderate projection, 8 or 9 hours. Dude, buy it. If you haven't bought this, buy it. If you want to wait and get it for $20 cheaper, sure. But I mean, honestly, I'm going to be getting a second bottle of this. Whenever it does go down to that $30 price range, I'm buying another bottle of it. Because stuff does get reformulated sometimes, and this is a perfect formulation, so I want to get as much of it as I can. So yeah, I guess that's about all for this video. I'm sorry that it's short, but it really is just as simple as, yes, this is exactly like Creed Silver Mountain Water, and Silver Mountain Water is awesome, so buy it. That's about it, man. It smells like a citrusy green tea and it lasts for 8 hours. And what else do you want from me? I don't know. But yeah, there's going to be a review for the other one coming up here real shortly. And there's a little bit more nuance in that review. So I'll see you guys next time. You guys have a great day.